Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk about a couple newborn tips that I'm a first-time mom. My baby is just over 3 months old, so I'm officially out of the 4th trimester. And I learned a couple things along the way, as I'm sure other first-time moms have too. So I'm just here to give you a little heads up about things I wish I would have known. The first thing I wish I would have known is to feed the baby. I did a really good job, I feel like, of feeding him when he wanted to be fed. But there were still some times that I wish I would have pulled over the car and just fed him. He would have been a much happier baby for the 10-minute ride home. I think it's my job to make sure that the baby knows that he's okay, and if you cry, you're crying for a reason, and mom's listening and is gonna help you the best that she can. So feed the baby, just feed all the babies. That is my second point. Let the babies sleep. So feed the babies, let them sleep. If you take anything from this video away, I hope that it is that you feed the babies and you let the babies sleep. Again, I'm going to give a little disclaimer. Don't take any of my advice if your pediatrician says otherwise. Like, don't take this. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just telling you from my experience, my first 3 months with little baby Ezra, what I've learned. So, the cry it out method is not effective for our family. Whenever Ezra is going down to sleep, he always goes down so peacefully. Like, if he wants to nurse, I don't usually let him fall asleep while he's nursing. Once he's asleep, he's asleep. But if I were to just let him cry and cry it out, then he would literally be in pain until he cries himself to sleep. He's not crying because he's bored, or he's not crying because he wants to be picked up again. He's crying because he was in pain. So if I were to do the cry it out method and just let him cry it out, then I'm letting my baby sit there in pain, and I did not like that. So, and the only reason I discovered that is because I didn't let him cry in the beginning anyway. I would just pick him right up, and then I started to notice a pattern. He would only cry if he was laying down for sleep if he had a gas bubble. So babies have gas. So whether it comes out one end or it comes out the other end, there is a gas in there. So there's this method called like tips to the happiest baby in the world or something. And there's like 4 S's. Sucking, swaddling, shushing, and swinging, I think. There should be a B on there because burping is one of them. I believe that if your baby's crying and none of those 4 things work, then chances are there's a burp. In fact, I usually would burp him before any of those 4 things. So even if it's been 15 minutes since he ate, I realized that sometimes there's a little gas bubble that needs to come back up, and his body's not ready to do it on its own, so that's why I'm here. If the baby can't make it through those first 4, shushing, swinging, swaddling, sucking, if he's still uncomfortable, chances are it's a burp. So I noticed that if I burped him, a burp would come out, and then I'd lay him back down, and then he'd go right back to sleep. So if he's crying in his bed, chances are there's a burp. And my 4th tip to new moms is it's okay to hold your baby. It's okay to hold your baby. You cannot hold your baby too much. According to new research that's out there, you can't hold your baby too much. I feel like, is a very happy and very content baby, and yes, I do think that has some to do with his personality, but also because he knows that he is cared for and he's loved. For the first 2 weeks of his being born, of his life, I guess, we really didn't do anything. Like, we were probably in this bed like 19 out of the 24 hours of a day for the first 2 weeks. I would hold him. He got so many snuggles. I got so many snuggles. He slept. I slept. Like, it was amazing. I don't think there's a mom in the world who says, I regret holding my baby too much. Like, I mean, maybe there is. I don't know. Another tip that I have for new moms is to soak up all the relaxation you can. I don't know of any mom who is like a veteran mom who says, I regret relaxing with my baby. I regret spending time with my baby. I regret I don't think that there's a mom out there who would say that. Instead, I've heard from my own family, within my own family of seasoned moms, say, I wish I would have just stopped. I wish I would have just been with my baby for a little bit more, because it might be tempting to somebody who's all about cleaning to, if their baby's sleeping, to just set them down and then go clean the house and whatever. But then when the baby wakes up, you're tired, you're exhausted, and you're not going to be the best mom that you can be at that point because you're so tired, because you're constantly go, go, go. Soak up the relaxation, at least for the first little bit. I'm not saying never get up and clean again. I'm saying for the first bit of your baby's life, soak up and relax and enjoy it. This is my last point. This happened to me where I felt like I had to entertain other people. I had to show my baby off like a trophy, and I had to pause our life, and 2 weeks after he was born I should be out showing my baby to people and going house to house saying, oh, you haven't seen the baby yet? Let me come over. Let me inconvenience me and my recovery time to come and show you my baby. And you don't have to do that at all. You can say no. And if you're not very good at saying no, have your hubby say no. Have your honey say, you know, we're gonna pass tonight. We have to do what's best for Brandy and she needs to relax right now. Or I have to do what's best for the baby and the baby needs to sleep. The baby needs to be on a schedule, and whatever the reason is. You don't even have to have a reason. You can just say, no, we're gonna pass today. We'll figure something else out. I remember in the beginning, I felt like I had to pick up it was hard enough for me to get out of bed and get myself ready, let alone get myself ready enough and think about, okay, I need nursing pads. What happens if I get engorged? What happens if I leak? What happens if I start bleeding? And I'm out in public, and it wasn't my convenience. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go out and show my baby off like a museum exhibit. I don't want to worry. I don't want to have any negative thoughts about going out. We'll go out when we're ready to go out. So you have your honey stick up for you, or simply say no and just relax and stay at home. Families, they'll understand. Anyways, relax, enjoy your baby. Just enjoy your baby. Cuddle your baby, feed your baby, and let your baby sleep. Those are my biggest points. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I was thinking about doing my labor story, sitting down and telling everyone my labor and delivery story, I guess, because I have had a couple people have questions about how it went down and all of this. So if you are interested, like this video, subscribe, and comment below if you think that you'd be interested in hearing my labor and delivery story. So after all of that, I hope that all you new moms out there enjoy your time with your baby. Your baby just loves you and you love him. It's just nuts. It's crazy. Anyways, all right guys, I hope you have a good day. See ya.